In this video, I'll be helping you with the ALEKS problem type called dividing rational expressions involving quadratics with leading coefficients of 1. And in this example, we're asked to divide these rational expressions. And my first step will be to recall that division of fractions is done by rewriting the division as multiplication by taking the reciprocal of the second term. So moving the denominator into the numerator and moving the numerator into the denominator. And now that I have multiplication, I can proceed by factoring everywhere possible and then determining if any of those factors will cancel now that I have multiplication. So I'll start with this first rational expression. In the numerator, I can see that both terms here have a common 3 factor that I can factor out, leaving me with an x in the first term. And then the second term, the plus 9, if I factored out a 3, I would be left with a plus 3. And I could check this factoring by distributing to see that this does distribute to take me back to the 3x plus 9. In the denominator, I have a trinomial with leading coefficient of 1. So I'll factor that by trial and error. The only factors of x squared that will work is x and x. Looking at the last term, we have 2. 2 will only factor as 1 and 2, but I need the middle term to be a minus 3x. So I'll use a minus 1 and a minus 2. Those will multiply to be a positive 2, but the inside term will be a minus 1x and the outside a minus 2x. Those combine to be the minus 3x. So we have factored correctly. Moving to the second expression, in the numerator, I again have a trinomial with leading coefficient 1. So factoring by trial and error, the only option for x squared is x and x. And then for the last term, we have a minus 2, which means my factors would be 1 and 2. But the signs have to be different to get a minus 2, and since they need to add or subtract to be a minus 1x, I'll use the minus on the 2 and the plus on the 1. This will multiply to be the minus 2, and when I multiply the inside, I get a 1x, the outside a minus 2x. Those combine to be a minus 1x, so this also is factored correctly. In the denominator, the x plus 3 cannot be factored. But now that I've fully factored all of these expressions and I have multiplication, I can look for like terms to cancel. And I see that the x plus 3 is a like term. 1 in the numerator, 1 in the denominator. Those terms will cancel. There's an x minus 2 in the numerator and an x minus 2 in the denominator. Those will also cancel, and I'll be left with the 3 times x plus 1 in the numerator and just the x minus 1 in the denominator. This has been factored and simplified as much as possible.